Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really gon' rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like Perry Poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. You PK bad man, I blend to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that One West up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch his step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
It's like that. Like Shalom.
And Shalom. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. What we teach is that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, according to the Bible, according to history, archaeology. And we got tons and tons of proof, proving it over and over again. And we've been saying it for so long, since 1969, that Blacks and Hispanics are the real Jew, according to the Bible, and Christians have hated us for it. Right. You understand? The Muslims hated us for it. The Nation of Islam hated us for it. So much so to where brothers from the Nation of Islam came together and unalived Abba Bivens, you understand, who taught the truth to the 7 heads of the Isupk. Right. You understand? And since 1969, you know, so many people then hated what we teach in this truth. So much so they hate us so much they call us a hate group. You understand? But yet, you understand, in all these other organizations, you understand, you got people that's being unalived left and right in these organizations. You understand? In the Christian church. You understand? There's people getting unalived in the Christian church, children getting molested in the Christian church. You understand? You know, even in the Nation of Islam. You understand? All of these things is going on in all these religions, but yet they want to call us a hate group. They want to classify us a hate group because we want to tell you to keep the commandments of the Lord. You understand? But if you understood what we understood, then you would see why us telling you to keep the commandments is love. That's love that we give to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because it's through them commandments that we gonna get delivered out this place. Right. You understand? But many of us are still slaves in America. It's hard for us to see. It's hard for a lot of us to even see the truth when it's right there in our face. You understand? When it's right there in our face, because the lies just taste so much better. You understand? It's almost like, you know, it's so heavy. Like when the scriptures say, when I was a child, I thought like a child. You understand? But when I became a man, I put away those childish things. It's like, you know, when you're a kid, you know, if you leave it up to a kid, what's he going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? You know what I'm saying? Candy, cupcakes, cookies, McDonald's, chicken nuggets. Yeah. You understand? You leave it up to a child, they only going to eat what? Food that tastes good. Right. They want the high fructose corn syrup. You know what I'm saying? That's what the kids want. They don't want orange juice. They want orange drink. Right. You understand? That's what the kids want. They don't want fruit. Give me fruity pebbles. Right. You understand? And that's why it's so heavy that us being in the world, we're likening them to children that did childish things. Right. You understand? We only wanted to believe in the doctrines and understandings that taste good. You understand? But it was poison unto us. Right. You understand? We want to believe in Christianity. We want to believe in you know, so some brothers think that some of us think that there's an alien somewhere on some other planet that's going to come back one day and is going to reestablish a government on Earth under an alien dictatorship. Like, you got people thinking aliens is going to come, that aliens created humans, thinking aliens is gods, and you know what I mean? They thinking that the predator is God. Right. You know what I'm saying? They you know, you got brothers this you know, and our people that worship death. You understand? There's people who worship death. There's a lot of people who worship death. But here's the thing. You understand? What God did every person in America celebrate on January the 1st? You understand? Go ahead. Brothers have been saying it all week.
And we celebrate the god Janus.
The god Janus. You understand? Janus is a false god. Is a Roman god.
Right.
You understand? That is a Roman god. You understand? How have you ever seen a Roman a temple of Janus? You ever seen the Roman gods here in America? You don't see that, but you do see white Jesus.
Right.
You understand? You do see Arab Muhammad.
Right.
You do see Chinese Buddha. You understand? You see all these other gods. You understand? But yet, on January the 1st every year, you understand? Like you say you Christian, you say you believe in God, but yet you celebrating New Year's.
Right.
You understand? But New Year's is not a celebration of the Lord. In fact, that is a celebration and honor and worship of a totally different God. You understand?
That's right.
And if you could, Baba Kashah, I want you to go to the book of Exodus for me. Somebody go to the book of Exodus for me.
We'll go to Exodus 20.
Yeah, give me Exodus 20. And start at verse 1, Baba Kashah.
Okay. Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, verse 2, I am the Lord thy God.
He said what?
I am the Lord thy God.
He said what?
I am the Lord thy God.
So this is the Lord establishing his word. You understand? This is him saying, I am him. You understand? I'm about to speak. I'm about to let you know something. You know what I'm saying? This is me speaking. You understand? Read on. Matter of fact, read it again one more time.
Okay. I am the Lord thy God.
He says, I am the Lord thy God. Who is he talking to?
He was talking to the people that Moses led out of Israel, right?
Which is who?
12 tribes of Israel.
He was speaking to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
You understand? The Lord was speaking to the 12 tribes of Israel. Was the Romans out there? Was there any Romans in the mix?
Nah.
Wasn't no Romans, right? What about the Chinese man? Was the Chinese man included in that? Chinese man wasn't included in that, right? Because you understand, he says, I am the Lord thy God, right?
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Which did what?
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
He said, and I have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. You understand? That's world famous about the Exodus. The story of the Exodus. Listen, it's people that don't even believe in God that know about the Exodus story.
Right.
Know about Moses. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about Moses and them because that was spectacular what happened. That was supernatural. That was a supernatural event on a scale that changed the entire world economy overnight.
Right.
You understand? Like think about it like this. Think about how big of an impact COVID-19 had on America. Imagine COVID-19 happening, Ebola happening, frog invasion, bug invasion, crops dying, animals dying, kids dying, and on top of that, the whole military just got wiped out of the greatest empire in the world. Imagine COVID-19 was like a day one curse.
Right.
You understand? That happened on Egypt. There was
Right.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like that was something that ripples throughout the entire world economy. That's like if America was to just collapse. Right. You understand? Like think about scriptures when it talks about America falling. It says that the other nations was gonna stand afar and weep.
Right.
You understand? Because they got rich off of Babylon. They was making money hand over fist because of Babylon.
Right.
You understand? And so, but the thing is that this is like what happened in Egypt. You understand? And the Lord is establishing, I am the Lord thy God. You understand? I balled up the empire of Israel of Egypt and threw it in the trash for you. You understand? For the 12 tribes of Israel. He killed Egyptians for the 12 tribes. You understand? He moved, he acted in a way with the children of Israel that no other God has ever done for their so-called people.
Right.
Egyptian guys ain't never come, they ain't come down and stop the Most High from doing nothing. Egyptian guys, Roman guys ain't stop the Most High from doing nothing. You understand? So Egypt, you understand? When the Lord brought us out of Egypt, that was a detriment to the world economy.
Right.
You understand? Because you got to look at it like they was ruling over many other kingdoms. That's how they had so much power. It was almost like it was you either with Egypt. Rise and flourish. You understand? So it's like this. So read on. Read it again. Who reading?
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Now here's the thing. The word Egypt is a Greek word, and it means bondage. So the Lord is telling you, I brought thee out of bondage, out of slavery, because we were slaves in Egypt. And you know, even in Egypt, guess what? People didn't even want to leave Egypt. They wanted to stay. They wanted to stay in Egypt and do the things that they was doing in Egypt. They want to get back to sipping that lean. You understand? You know, they was doing that back in the day. You understand? They used to take the lotus plant, and they used to break down the lotus plant and pull the oil out the lotus plant, and they used to mix it with their beer, with hot beer. You understand? That oil, that's just like that's like the same stuff that they use to make lean out of. You understand? And they was drinking that concentrate with hot beer.
Right.
You understand? You know, drinking dirty Sprite. They was drinking dirty rocket fuel. You understand? So we didn't want to leave out of Egypt. We was. You ever heard of Shaka Amos? He used to shave out his head, had the dookie roll coming off the side. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Can you imagine walking up out of Egypt, seeing all them bald heads and dookie rolls and dookie braids? You know what I'm saying? I bet that was hilarious to see. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got on eye makeup. You understand? With the shape ups.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know them shape ups. Shaving your head and lining up your hairline. That was an Egyptian custom. You understand? That's where it came from. That's why the Lord gave us a law. He gave us a law because not because he he didn't just come up with it off the top of his head and like, this is what I want done. You understand? He gave us a law because those are the things that they were doing in Egypt that he did not want done in Israel. You understand? That's why in that scripture it says to not mar the corners of your head, nor mar the corners of your beard. That's why it says that in those scriptures, because in Egypt we was doing what? Go ahead. We was rounding the corners of our head. We was getting shape ups. You know what I'm saying? They had another man with his hands all on. You know, looking back when I used to get haircuts, like looking back, I could never go to a barbershop again. You understand? Like, it ain't even natural. You know what I'm saying? To have another man just all on your head, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Looking at you, trying to make, you know what I mean?
It's like you ever see the video where the dude be I guess he's shaping the dude up and he'll touch his lip like.
Oh man, listen, man.
No.
Man, listen. They'd have to arrest me. I'd have had them clippers swing around that barbershop like nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, I'd have did to him right across his nose. You know what I'm saying? But it's like all of these customs were customs that were done in Egypt. You understand? So read on.
Okay. Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Read it again.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Read it again.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Says, so the Lord says, I am the Lord thy God, who brought thee out of the land of Egypt. You understand? And he says, and thou shalt have no other gods before me. What does that mean? Somebody break it down. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Go ahead.
All right, so the definition of a god is power. So whatever you doing the most, like I say, an addiction, gonna be weed. So whatever you give, so if all you think about is weed, that's all you do all day is I can't live without weed. That's making that weed a god because you having that weed power over your life. So I would say, the definition of God is just, power. You having that object or whatever it is, power.
I get it, brother. You understand? That's, you know what I mean? What the brother said is so heavy because, that's what that word means when it says thou shalt have no other God before me. You understand? That word, what he said is absolutely correct. The word God means power or authority. You understand? So not only, you understand, not only is it unlawful to date outside your race, but why is it unlawful to date outside your race? Can anybody tell me? Why is it unlawful to date outside your race? Go ahead.
Like if I could, because if you date outside your race with these other nations, what they did, you know what I'm saying, during that time, or even today, they do things contrary to what the Most High wants. So if you date somebody, they gonna cause you to go off from the Most High.
Get that brother hand, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't want us dating these other nations because they are going to turn us to worshiping their gods.
Right.
You understand? They're going to turn us to worshiping Janus. You understand? We want to join America. We're going to worship other gods.
Right.
You understand? Now, real quick, I want you to go to Deuteronomy chapter 27 and start at verse 1, Baba Kashah.
Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
You understand? Moses, you understand, when he went up on that mountain and was talking to the Lord, you know, it's a famous story. You see it in all the movies, you see it in the cartoons, you see it all over the place. And in almost every iteration of it, they got some Edomite walking around with a Roman toga on. You know what I'm saying? Acting like he Moses.
Right.
You understand? When Moses was from the tribe of Levi will be your modern day Haitian. You understand? And so Moses, you understand, when he said he sat down with the elders of Israel.
Right.
You understand? Now, if you say that, you know, the Lord came and gave us religion and it's supposed to spread all over the world, then you know what that means? That mean that all nations got to come up under the order of Israel.
Right.
All meaning y'all need to get to them plantations ASAP.
Right.
You understand? Just hand it over. You understand? That's if that's what you believe, then that's what you should do.
Right.
You just hand it over. Delete your bank account and sign it over to a car's name. You understand? Just wipe out the bank account. Just go to the ATM, max out your debit card and your credit cards, and just bring it to the UPK and just stick that cash right in the mailbox.
Right.
You understand? Just bring it. You understand? That's what you should do. You understand? If you think that you understand that the Lord came and gave this Bible to all the world, well, guess what? He's talking to Moses, and Moses is talking to the children of Israel. And the Lord said, I'm the Lord thy God that brought thee out of the house of bondage. So he's saying that, you know, I mess with y'all. You understand? I came down, I killed the Egyptians for y'all now. You understand? I killed them Egyptians for y'all. Now what y'all saying? And he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. He gave us an entire culture and customs. You understand? And the first commandment that he gave us was to not worship no other God, not serve no other gods, not to put no other gods before him. You understand? Read anything else on that scripture? Yeah, read that scripture again, 27:1.
Okay. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Says to keep all the commandments which I command you this day. You understand? Why does it matter? Why does it matter that we have to keep the commandments? You understand? What is the importance of it for us to keep the commandments? You understand? I'm going to tell you why. Because if we keep the commandments, then the Lord has a promise. And if we break the commandments, then the Lord has a punishment. You understand? So the thing is that when we if we keep the laws, if we keep the commandments, there's a blessing for this. And if we break them, there's a curse for this. So read Deuteronomy 28:1, Baba Shah.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou wilt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord. You understand? Read on.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
So what does it mean? Why does it say to observe and to do?
So like,
Go ahead.
To observe is to watch another brother or another sister how they live their life. It's basically like having an example. They showing you how to live. Like they showing you that it's not hard to do it. I can do it. Who can do it? So if they can do it, then you also can do it. Basically.
Right. Give that brother a hand, man. Give that brother a hand. And that's heavy. You understand? And that's a heavy thing to really keep on your mind as an officer in the UPK. You understand? Because brothers coming into the truth, the Christian, you got to understand this. The Christian church has been drilling in our brains since we were children that even if you're a crackhead, the Lord still love you. Even if you're a homosexual, the Lord still love you. Even if you got, what's that brother name? Kirk Franklin giving you a lap dance on stage, on TV, on camera. You understand? The Lord still love you. That's what's been drilled in our people's brains. You understand? They've been drilled it's been drilled in our brains that it's impossible to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. That because they think Yahushua was a magic baby. You understand? We're going up against magic babies, right? You understand? They thinking that, you know what I mean, the Lord came down, clap Mary cheeks. You understand? Then clap Mary cheeks. You understand? And then when Joseph was like, yeah. Like they trying to make it like Joseph was just like simple of the year. Like simple of all history. You know what I'm saying? Super simple. That's how they try to make Joseph out to be. Like, think about it now. You know what I'm saying? Your rib, she ain't in your rib yet. You ain't touched her. She supposedly ain't been touched. Pop up talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm pregnant by the Spirit of the Lord. What? Go ahead, Akai.
I was thinking about that, you know what I'm saying, with Greek mythology, you know what I'm saying, of course that's where that comes from. But I was thinking about that Greek story of Zeus. Zeus had sex with, I forgot her name, Athena, I believe, maybe. And Athena was already married to, a regular man. They both was regular. But Zeus had sex with her and had a demigod, which was Hercules.
Hey, they thinking,
he left the other brother, like, not the other brother, but the other dude, like a stepdad, just like they said.
They thinking the Lord, Zeus is the Lord in Christian. That's crazy. Christianity worships Zeus.
Right.
They think Zeus came down and clapped Mary cheeks, then gave birth to Hercules. You know what I'm saying? We worshiping Hercules in the Christian church. In the Roman Catholic Church. That's what's even more crazy. The Roman Catholic Church worship Hercules and Zeus. I ain't never think about that. See, I never really studied much of Zeus. I know he was clapping cheeks though. You know what I'm saying? They say the Lord came down, clapped Mary cheeks, then sent the messenger to Joseph. Talking about don't be afraid to take it. Like what?
It's just the Lord.
So you know how you defeat that? By being an example.
Right.
To be observed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be what's the word I'm looking for? Examined.
Right.
You understand? Because you can't turn somebody to the Lord while you smoking cigarettes and weed. You understand? You can't turn nobody to the Lord when you sleeping with white women. The only thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have a whole bunch of brothers following you that love white women. And all of y'all gonna sleep with white women. You understand? You have to be down with the Lord. You have to be that example You understand? Like even that wasn't out in front of the school, was it? You understand? So you have to be that example. You understand? Because this is what we up against. We up against magic babies.
Right.
And these people really believe that. You know what I'm saying? They really believe that. They believe it enough to dig in their pockets every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because they dig in their pocket every Sunday and watch Kurt Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Shake that for Drake. You know what I'm saying? For Jakes. You know what I'm saying? Letting it breathe on TV. Oh man. Hey, yeah.
He's a booty cheek good on this chair.
Hey. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we coming up against. So we cannot be like the Christians.
Right.
You understand? We cannot be hypocrites in the UPK. You understand? We cannot be sitting here passing somebody about a flyer, trying to tell them about the truth, and then be popping champagne on New Year's. Say, hey, wait a minute, ain't you one of them? Ain't you one of them guys? I seen y'all downtown.
Right.
Hey. Now you just like everybody else. You're a Christian. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's like the scriptures say, Satan can't cast out Satan.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Go ahead,
I only can imagine how many fake Israelites was out there celebrating New Year's.
Hey man, New Year's give me anxiety. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I be forgetting. Either I'm getting old or I'm just in the truth. Probably a little bit of both. But I be forgetting New Year's. I be forgetting this New Year's on New Year's. like I was. I think it was New Year's Eve. I was sitting there doing laundry. I'm washing clothes. All of a sudden, Aaron's gonna go pow, pow, pow. Man, I'm outside in the backyard with the AR. Like, I forgot that quick. It was New Year's and they fireworks on New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Commander Junior Hunter just said that the other day. He said he had his pulse.
Yeah.
He said he looked at the wood about the pulse.
Yeah. Hey man, hey look. I love fireworks, but man, I don't like fireworks. You know what I'm saying? I remember the last time I ever shot off a firework, I almost killed me and my rib whole family. And listen, we had these rockets. I seen somebody had a clip, but they had lit something. They had lit some rocket, and it blew up right there. It didn't shoot off. It like blew up, and then the flame hit all the fireworks, and then all the fireworks blew up. But listen, man, the same exact thing happened to me. Only difference is it was a lot more rockets, and they was. Listen, man, this thing looked like I don't know. And when you get in the red zone and you just running, trying not to get blown up, you don't know where the next bomb coming from. You don't know from which direction. You know what I'm saying? All you know is everywhere you turn, it is explosions and chaos. You know what I'm saying? And listen. Man, we was just running. We was running, but we might as well just stood still. How crazy it was. You know what I'm saying? But listen, these Christians, they believe in. I don't even think they believe in it. I don't even think they believe in magic babies. You know what I mean? I don't even think they believe in all that.
Like I said,
Go ahead.
They don't. I
Yeah.
didn't ask a few, and now it's starting to make sense. Now it was like how babies babies are made through sex. So how
been ended, Magic Babies. How many Magic Babies have been aborted? Have we aborted any Magic Babies? Is there any documentation of Magic Babies? I'll be calling them Magic Babies. Like ever since I came into the truth, that's what I call white Jesus and Christianity. I call it Magic Babies because that's basically what they believe.
Right.
You believe that, and they try to make it wholesome, but basically the Lord came down, clapped Mary cheeks with magic. He gave her a magic stick. took her to the candy shop. You know what I'm saying? They thinking that the Lord took Mary to the candy shop. You know what I'm saying? And then made Joseph sign the birth certificate. 18 years. That's what, and now it kind of makes sense why you don't find men in the Christian church like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it almost makes sense why single motherhood is so prevalent.
Right.
Because they try to paint Mary like she was just this holy single mother. And Joseph was just a stepdaddy who really wasn't good for nothing but, you know what I'm saying, getting her to the manger.
Right.
Like that was it. That's how Christianity look at it. They don't even speak about Joseph. Only time you hear about Joseph in the Christian church is at the nativity play when somebody playing Joseph. That's the only thing you hear about Joseph. You know what I'm saying? When Joseph is highly important, you understand, when it comes to Christ. Because Christ, the authority that he has, the rank that he has, he's the king. He's the rightful king of Israel. That's why he was called the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords.
Right.
He is the rightful king, rightful descendant of King David.
Right.
That's why he says that I will establish my throne I will establish my kingdom on the throne of my father David. I know I butchered it, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like this, in the Christian church, they don't even believe in all that.
Right.
But they go to the Christian church because the Christian church allows them to worship other gods. It allows them to sin against the Lord. And it tells you that sin is done away with. Ain't no such thing as sin. It ain't a sin to eat pork no more. If sin all done away with, then why is the scripture saying, I'm not saying that there is a scripture saying this, but Christians will tell you this. But if the laws are done away with, then why they got to go in and apply a little extra on when it comes to eating bacon, eating pork? He gonna throw a little extra on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just sin against the Lord. You can just sin. You know what I'm saying? And Christ nailed it to the cross. That's what they love to say. He nailed it to the cross. He nailed sin to the cross. So sin is not, Christians don't believe sin is the act of sinning. Christians believe sin is the judgment for sinning.
All right.
They think, ain't no judgment. You know what I'm saying? Free willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Free to go. Free to hope. You know what I'm saying? But all of that just leads you down the pathway of worshiping many other gods. And one of them is Janus, which brothers and sisters worship all throughout all of Israel, blacks and Hispanics, all came together and put on sparkly masks and hats and did they wear sparkly hats? It's been a minute since I celebrated New Year's. I can't even. Didn't they have the little thing that they would blow? Pause. Hey, listen, now you do not look masculine. You know what I'm saying? Holding, blowing some stuff, blowing with your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Putting a thing in your mouth and blowing it. You know what I'm saying? And drinking champagne. You know what I'm saying? Looking dressed like you at the Oscars.
Right.
You understand? That is not of the Lord. And that's why so many people die on New Year's. So many children get molested on New Year's. You understand? New Year's is a tragedy in most Blacks and Hispanic houses.
Right.
You know how many Blacks and Hispanic people, you know what I mean, woke up on New Year's Day to find out that their oldest son. Listen, I remember one year. This was probably one of the last New Year's I celebrated. And I can't remember if it was New Year's or Christmas. Matter of fact, it was Christmas. Christmas Eve, and we all went out and got drunk. I was in D.C., and there was like a bunch of us. It was like 20 of us. It was like 4 cars deep. And one of the cars, we just seen each other. And on our way home, one of the cars flipped over on the highway, flipped like 40 times. Had like 7 people in the car. Nobody made it. You know what I'm saying? That happens all over the place.
Right.
That's not a story that is shocking to hear about on New Year's.
Right.
You understand? I ended up in the hospital one New Year's, bleeding profusely out of my arm. You understand? Had to get rushed to the hospital. You understand? It's not a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? What what's new about it? It's in the dead of winter. You understand? What's new happening? You understand?
Right.
Like what's new besides that case of COVID that you got because you went around drinking and kissing on folk on New Year's? You understand? That is the worship of another God, man. And the Lord says, did we read 28 and 1 yet?
Yeah.
Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments,
Go ahead.
which I command thee this day.
So if we keep the commandments, read on.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
He will do what?
The Lord thy God will set thee on high.
He will do what?
The Lord thy God will set thee on high.
So let me ask you a question. Where are Blacks and Hispanics today? Are we on high? Nah, man. You know, and what's the term that when brothers, when Blacks and Hispanics become successful, where do they say they came up out of?
Oh, they came out the mud.
Say out the mud. What's another term?
Dirt.
The dirt. What's another term?
The jungle.
The trenches.
The jungle.
The gutter.
Jungle.
You know what I'm saying? Even the jungle. They say they made it from the bottom. Like Drake said, started from the bottom, now we hit it. You understand? We have to dig ourselves out of the dirt,
right, to
be successful. You understand? Our oppressor, man, he just wake up in the morning, he's successful. He just wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like every day I'm reminded that I am oppressed in America and these devils rule the earth. Every day. You understand? Like I was watching some YouTube video where this devil was talking about was a video about guns and firearms. And the devil was saying that yeah, she was like, yeah, my dad owns a whole bunch of land. You understand? And they have a gun range on some land, but it's like 30 miles out. You know, I don't like driving that far just to go shoot. I needed something close by. So I called my dad, and my dad built me up a gun range, 5 minutes from my house. I'm like, man, these devils got private gun ranges on just random property. You understand? While black folks we don't even own an apartment complex.
Right.
You understand? We don't even own a parking lot. You understand? And it's because we are systematically wiped out, even when we try to own something.
Right.
You understand? Like they try to nickel and dime us to death. I watched this movie the other day. I think it was yesterday. It was called The Killing of Flower Moon. Have y'all heard of that? You heard of that? Man, listen, that movie is. If you wonder if our oppressor is the devil still, go watch that movie. You understand? If you're wondering what type of activities they got going on behind the scenes, for real, go watch that movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell the whole story because y'all ain't never heard of it, but listen, that movie is about the Osage Indians. There was a sister by the name of Molly Burkhart, and out there in the Osage Indian land, they struck oil, and this is a true story. They struck oil, and Esau went out there and just still found a way to just take over everything. You understand? The Osage tribe became the richest people per capita in the world. You understand? But all of their riches were managed and oversaw by Esau. You understand? They had to go ask them for permission to get money out their account to pay their medical bills. And then it was so many of them that was coming down with diabetes, getting all types of illnesses, wasting what they call the wasting away disease. It was so many of them, and then a lot of these devils was coming in and marrying native sisters. They was marrying them, and these sisters had inheritances to this oil, and they went and married these sisters, and then that oil, the rights to that oil, they would marry him, become her husband, and then they'd kill her and get the inheritance, and then marry another sister, and then kill her, and then get that inheritance, then marry another sister and kill her. You understand? And then in this, man, listen, man, if you wonder if they are the devil, go watch that movie. If it ain't drilled in your brain, or if you just need an idea of how far behind enemy lines we are, go watch that movie out. Leonardo da Vinci is not the hero in that movie. You understand? That devil there. Listen, I used to like Leonardo da Vinci. What's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a lot. I used to like Leonardo DiCaprio. I actually liked him in Django. I thought he was funny. You know, me personally, like, you know what I mean? Like, when I was in the world, anytime somebody used the N-word, man, I used to get triggered so bad. I done been in so many fights over the N-word. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done almost, man, listen, man, the N-word, man, I'm surprised I ain't in prison doing a life sentence right now behind the N-word. You understand? But, you know, since coming into the truth, you know, I can't find myself do nothing but laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because it hurts so much more when you call them a devil than when they call us the N-word.
Yeah.
You understand? You call them, they do not like, listen, them devils do not like being called a devil. Because it's like when you call them devil, it's like they like to think that they're angels. They know they not angels. They know they ain't pure, but they want you to think that they're pure. And they need you to think that. But if you call them a devil, it's like you just like expose them. They're like, I ain't even gonna argue with him because I don't know what else he do. You know what I'm saying? They do not like being called a devil. But you go watch that movie out. Listen, man, it's so heavy. I can barely even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Just the things, just seeing that film and seeing what that brother was doing to that sister. And that sister, listen, the devil was poisoning his wife through the second half of the movie. He was poisoning her to try to put her down. And see what she did was she was trying to get somebody to help with the murders. Because the Native sisters was, I'm talking like, it was getting so bad that this devil have been married 5 times in the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And so has this devil, and that devil, and this devil. You know, it's about 15 girls gone. And y'all 3 seem to be the ones related, married to him. Right. You know, what the sheriff gonna do? Sheriff don't care because he's the one came up with the plan. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what she does, she gets on a train, half dead and 9 months pregnant, gets on a train and goes to Washington, D.C. And you know what I mean? And because of that, the FBI got involved. And of course, in the movie, they make it seem like FBI showed up and everything was all good, everything got handled. But in the true story, it got a lot worse. It got a lot trickier than that because it was in the true story. There was witnesses dying. You know what I'm saying? Like it was people. It was even more people dying while the investigation was going on. It was more bodies dropping. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's like, that movie is heavy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That movie called what again?
The Killers of Flower Moon. Yeah, it's called The Killers of Flower Moon. You know what I mean? You got to check that out. But see that, since we're on the law class, you know what I mean? That right there is heavy because they struck that oil, and yet they could have done business with Esau, but they let Esau come in and, I guess, help them with everything. You know what I'm saying? And when Esau came in and helped him with everything, so here's the thing. You let Esau come in and help, Esau going to come in and he going to help himself to everything you got. You know what I'm saying? He going to help himself because that's what happened. They came in, I guess, offering them assistance. They're like, these people don't understand nothing about riches like this. They never had no riches like this. We can't just give them all this money at once. They don't know what to do with it. Right. You understand? Like, how you gonna sit here and tell this man he don't know what to do with his own money? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like they came up with this little scheme. Okay, yeah, we're gonna buy the oil from you, but we're gonna put the money in these trusts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're gonna put the money in these trusts, and you can only access it. You can go through your overseer. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the little overseer, and this overseer, he gonna be the one to either approve or deny your funds to make sure you don't go broke. You know what I'm saying? But really, they want you to be as broke as possible and then die, and then whoever you was married to end up getting your inheritance. And that was the scheme that they was running.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they was killing these sisters. And this devil Leonardo DiCaprio, his rib had diabetes, and he was the one doing her insulin injections. He was poisoning her insulin shots every single day, little bit by little bit. He was poisoning her every day, trying to kill her off. You know what I'm saying? And even when she had him, he done already confessed to everything in court. You know, and already snitched on his uncle and everything, right? Everything that came out, except for what he was doing to his wife. And she asked him, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing else to prove. He asked him, what was you putting in my needle?
Oh man.
And he said, just insulin. And he couldn't even tell her the truth even then. And I'm like, man, our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks
That's
of.
right.
And we should never, ever share the same air with these devils.
Right.
You understand? After watching that, first of all, you know, of course, you know, not just because of the movie, but that movie just ignited, it just reignited something in me that just reiterated the fact that these devils, they need to be in cages somewhere.
Right.
Like, that is not an animal that is supposed to walk freely on this earth.
Right.
Because if you let this devil walk freely, he is going to be murder and destruction and all types of abominations all let loose on this earth.
Right.
You understand? He deserves to be in a cage. You understand? And picking cotton with whips on his back. And I'm practicing for that. You understand? I'm practicing and teaching all the Akim how to crack that whip on that back. You understand? But, you know what I mean? But the thing is that, you know, in that movie, you know, a lot of our women were marrying these devils. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was marrying these devils and was getting the inheritance. And you had brothers trying their best to keep their houses together.
Right.
And they wives would leave them and go be with the Edomite. You understand? Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Give me Give me Numbers chapter 25. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Give me Deuteronomy 7. Start at verse 2.
Oh God.
Hold on. Matter of fact, start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land hither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the
Now hold on. Read that again from the top.
Okay. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee.
Have done what?
And that's like cast out many nations before thee.
Now I thought God loved everybody. I thought God so loved the world. Now y'all. I thought God so loved the world. Why is he casting out all these nations? I thought God was all love. I thought that I had a dream that one day little white girls and little black boys can sit at the table and hold hands. I thought that was Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But God, the Lord said he casting out nations before thee. Casting them out. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
The Hittites and the Koreshites.
Go ahead.
And the Amorites.
Go ahead.
And the Canaanites. And the Perizzites.
Go ahead.
And the Hivites. And the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Go ahead. And all these nations, all the nations of the earth, listen. Israel was not chosen because we were the strongest nation, because we were the mightiest nation, or the smartest nation, or the best dressed nation. He didn't choose us because we make the best fried chicken. You understand? Had the best music. That's not why he chose us. You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no.
Hold on. Now think about that, right? You understand? Think about that. Like, Christians like to say, well, you got to love your enemy. You got to love your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, see, they take it and do it in reverse.
Right.
Like, they'll love the oppressor, but then they gonna hate their brother.
Right.
Or they gonna hate their brother so bad. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I just had a run-in with a Christian pastor. Well, I had this. I was trying to do some work for him, And I told them what it would cost and put them on a little payment schedule and everything. It was like a monthly type situation. When they came time to start that contract up, he was like, "Well, brother, I can't afford that." Like, man, you should have told me this when I told you the price. Man, you gonna have to work something out. Man, you gonna have to come down a little more. I can't afford that. There. You know what I'm saying? You telling me this, like, I'm looking at all the cars, the crib, and all that. You telling me what you can't afford, and I'm giving you a deal. You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the end of the day, he was like, man, I'm thinking, I need you to, help me make some money first. I need you to, do it. And then, let me get some money coming in, and then I got you. Like, nah. It ain't gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to work for free to put money in your pocket. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then I'm sitting here looking crazy because it costs money to do that. So I gotta come. So you want me to come out of pocket to help you make some money? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then he got the nerve to say, "See, that's what's wrong with black folk, man. We got to look out for each other. Like, look out for each other. Like, we is supposed to look out for each other. We supposed to spend money with each other. You know what I'm saying? But when you want it for free, break me off some money, man. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do to get the work done. And so I just told him, I was like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I just keep it on hold for now. Like, no, I can't stay on hold. I said, well, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? So, hey, that Christian pastor. And see, one thing about them Christians is they don't want to pay you a fair wage. Like when you do something for a Christian, they don't want to pay you a fair wage. If you're a brother, they do not want to pay you a fair wage. They want you to be crackhead status. They want to pay you $20 to change the transmission. That's what they want. that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? I want you to change the brakes for a pack of Newports. You know what I'm saying? I give you a pack of oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? Get you a motel room for the week. You know what I'm saying? You build me a new garage. We deal. I pay your hotel room for the month. You build me a whole new garage. I done seen that. Like, I'm talking disgusting. I seen the brother lay the concrete and everything. You know what I'm saying? Build a nice garage. Probably could have made about $50,000 off of building that garage. You know what I'm saying? He did it for a month's rent.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Just because he was homeless. And see, the thing is, a lot of these Christians, they really take advantage of the poor. You know what I'm saying? They take advantage of the downtrodden. They take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't serve you.
Right.
They serve their own pocket. You understand? They serve their own wallet. You understand? And that's, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, like, even like, a lot of these like food programs like that we be dealing with here in Greenville. They might have this righteous sounding name of the establishment, but then you go in there and find out they really only feed people once a week. You know what I'm saying? Then they don't even feed them but for an hour.
Right.
Then it don't even be that much.
And it make you come to the location.
Yeah,
they'll come to you.
They make you come to them. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like how much it costs to make, I don't know, 50 plates of spaghetti, 100 plates of spaghetti. It don't cost $100,000. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost that much. And then they don't even let the people come in the buildings. They pull up outside. You know what I'm saying? Got 100 officers back there, but yet they pull up outside and get handed the plate through the crack in the door, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you got two more, I bet. You know what I'm saying? Don't even let them come in. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't welcome that church, you ain't spending that money on. You ain't-
Yeah, you either spending that money or your wife getting hit.
Hey,
Your wife is getting hit, and sometimes and guess what? Guess what? Even if you do spend the money, your wife getting hit. She getting hit. That's one thing that's happening in that Christian church is your wife is getting hit.
man, it's my mate.
Go ahead.
It's a church right there in Malden, off Malden Road.
Uh-huh.
Matter of fact, not Malden. Is it Malden Road? I think it is Malden Road. There's a church that's off Malden Road. They say they switch pastors every other month. Like they just got a new pastor this month. And every pastor they get, he's somewhere slaughtering somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Every pastor they get, boy, he's somewhere slaughtering somebody's wife. It's in Malden, South Carolina. They switch pastors.
Man, they switching pastors because the pastors run through the congregation, doing all type of foul and evil. That's what the Catholic Church do. Like they rotate priests. Like for a couple years, this priest might be at this church in Anderson. Next thing you know, he in New York. Next thing you know, he in Chicago. Next thing you know, he in Los Angeles. Next thing you know, he in Rome. You know what I'm saying? They get rotated all throughout the Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, in Abbeville, I remember there used to be this place in Abbeville called Club Jesus. You ever heard of that? You ever heard of Club Jesus? Yeah, it was a church, but it was called Club Jesus.
No, club.
Yeah, had a lesbian female pastor. Club Jesus. It's shut down now, but I've been trying to find somebody got a picture of that sign somewhere. Yeah, I need to find that. You know, it's Club Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, did we ever finish reading that scripture? Verse 2.
7,
Yeah, we're in verse 2
now.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall and when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Now hold on. Now this right here is showing. This is the Lord showing us how we should deal with the other nations. How we going to deal with them? You know, when everything on level playing field. You know, we got our own little land. You got your own little land. Yeah, we done had our little shoot 'em up, bang bang. Now everything to calm down. Now we're good. I'm on my side. You on your side. How you supposed to deal with the other nations? Read on.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Read that again.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Read that again, Martin Luther King.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Read it again, Jesse Jackson.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Read it again, Al Sharpton.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
You understand? And that right there is what resulted in the murder of so many sisters amongst the Osogi Indians. Osage, I call them Osogi. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but the Osage Indians. You understand? That right there, us making those covenants with them devils, resulted in so many of our daughters getting murdered, and so much robbery that happened to that tribe. You understand? Matter of fact, somebody look up what's the status of the Osage Indians today. Like somebody look up what they living condition, Osage reservation. It's in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Wow.
It says,
Read. Do you see this right here where it says, "Does the Osage Reservation still exist?"
oh no,
Hey, Akaz, look up. Does the Osage Reservation still exist? What you got now, y'all?
okay, I got it. Okay. Uh, it says just as in courts, a working and it's like just as the courts are working through jurisdictional boundaries for other tribes in Oklahoma, a district court judge determines the Osage Nation reservation does not exist.
Read it again.
Just as courts are working through jurisdictional boundaries for other tribes in Oklahoma, a district court judge determined the Osage Nation reservation does not exist.
So there was an interesting statistic that I found out after I watched that movie. I gotta look up what something means real quick, so I don't sound like an idiot. Wow. Okay. So the Osage Indians, when they struck oil, the Osage Indians were what they say per capita, which means that's the term I had to look up. It means the average amount of money per person. Per capita, they were the richest people on the globe. Per capita. Average dollar amount per person. They were the richest people on the planet. Now America don't even recognize them as a reservation. They don't even have a reservation. They don't even have a land. You understand? That's what they did to us, man. They murder our I know I said that word about 100 times tonight. Salaki. You know what I'm saying? But they done unalive hundreds of our sisters out there in the name of taking that land. You understand? Right. Why did they take that land? How was they able to take their land? By us making covenants with them. Right. You understand? Because we made covenants with them. The Lord says, read that again, what the Lord say?
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, when the Lord gave this commandment, he was talking to the Gadites too. He was talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. Gad is the forefather of the North American Indians. You understand? It's a lot. I just found out the other day I'm a Reubenite. The Cherokee is not Gad. They Reuben. So it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah, con. We both Reubenites. So now y'all can't call me Big Gad no more. Big Reuben. I don't want to be called Big
Reuben. Big Reuben.
Big Reuben. Ain't it a singer named Big Reuben? Big Reuben. Big Reuben Stutter. Nah. I don't know if I like that. It's crazy. Like when I found out I was Gad, I thought I was Judah until I found out I was Gad. And I was like, and I was like, oh man, I found out I'm Gad. And I was feeling some type of way. I'm like, man, I thought I was Judah, man. I can't lotion on their feet.
Man.
They skin ain't they feet skin ain't even skin. It's just callous.
And when I tell you he stink, that I was like, I'm not making that up. That man stink. Man, crazy. Then they got one. He come to work dressed in fake designer, fresh as a mug. Gucci up, Louis up.
They got the Gucci spell wrong now, son.
It ain't Gucci. It's a C. I think it's either Coochie.
Coochie.
So
So like it.
Coochie up.
I remember back in the day, brothers used to have the Air Force Ones. And we used to find some fake Burberry and cut the Burberry out and glue it to our shoes. Man, we thought we was doing something in middle school, man. Thinking we got the Burberry Air Force.
You remember the see-through forces?
Oh no, I couldn't wear them.
They fall up.
Wear them. Hey, couldn't wear them. You know what I'm saying? Go put them on after football practice. Boy, you looking crazy. Boy, you looking crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And then I seen a brother wear something with no socks on. I was like, hey.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, go ahead and read on.
Nor show mercy unto them.
Read that again.
I saw it. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
So
nor show mercy unto them.
So we shouldn't have no covenant on them. You know what I'm saying? And another thing we shouldn't do is we say we shouldn't have mercy on them. Now, what does that mean? Like, why does it say we shouldn't have mercy on them? You know what I'm saying? What kind of mercy is it talking about, first of all? Why does it say we shouldn't have mercy on them? Think about them Edomites. Think about
them. I mean,
good.
Okay, so basically, I mean, obviously, we can't unalive them,
right?
We can't treat them with hatred, which means abhor,
right?
But so I guess it means like if they do cross us, like if we do cross paths and they do offend us, like they try to do any type of harm, then we can take action. Like we can't defend ourselves.
Not quite, cause even in them situations, like okay, if Esau was to drive his truck through this door right now, right, it would take a lot for us not to unalive him. You understand? But he may make it out of here alive. You understand? Our goal is not to be violent and not to cause harm to nobody. You understand? So in a sense, we would show mercy on him. But so we ought to show mercy, but why in this scripture is it saying not to show mercy? Go ahead.
Not to follow their ways, like
no
separate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Want to give another shot?
Not to show mercy.
What?
I had it, but it went away.
I'll make it simple and plain for you, right? I'll make it simple and plain for you. In times of war and oppression, they themselves don't even expect mercy. They don't expect their oppressor to be kind to them, right. to look at them and their calamity and be thinking like, oh, man, you know what? They just going through so much. Like the Palestinians ain't expecting the Jews to stop. Right. They're not expecting the Jews to just wake up and be like, oh, you know what? They human beings. They're not expecting that.
Right.
They're not expecting that. And how do you know they're not expecting that? Go ahead.
Because they keep fighting back.
Because they keep fighting back. They not asking for mercy. They're not going to be given mercy.
Right.
You understand? And they're not giving their enemy any mercy.
So
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
So basically, you said like the stuff we do at camp by calling them the devil and by getting them to bow down to kiss our boots, don't show them mercy. Like I guess continue to keep letting them know that they are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Okay, I'll take it a step further, right? I just make it this simple. Okay. In the ISUPK, we love our nation, right? This is just a very minuscule way of looking at it. If you're going to donate some money to a cause, donate it to Commander Johnny Honda. Donate it to the UPK. You understand? Because I'm going to tell you something, man. It costs a lot of gas money to drive from South Carolina to New York. You understand? It costs a lot of gas money to drive pallets of clothes from Texas to New York. You understand? Send us some gas money. You understand? But you see it? No. I see somebody walking back and forth.
Yes, it's a dude getting there. I just looked at him on the camera.
What he was doing?
He getting here.
Oh,
He
okay.
put here this time.
All right. Now y'all own it.
I see him.
He said, yeah. We watch it. Yeah, we watch. But yeah, so I put it like in a sense like this, right? You ever notice that when we walk out of Walmart, we see we'll see a homeless person sitting there and be like, hey man, can I get a little couple dollars? We'll give them a couple dollars. Yeah. Matter of fact, we might get you a whole plate of food. And then we see the what's that, Salvation Army sitting there ringing the bell with the Santa Claus hat and the white gloves on. So I'm like, hey man, you like to walk make a donation? Nope. No, I do not. You know what I'm saying? Don't show them no mercy.
Right.
Because when you give our oppressor,
Right.
you understand? Because they don't need our mercy when it comes to that. They don't need it because they don't give it to us. They don't give us mercy. They are merciless to the 12 tribes.
Right.
Don't believe me? Go watch Killers of Flower Moon. Go watch that movie. Tell me how much mercy they had on North American Indians. Go see how much mercy they had. You understand? Listen, man. Listen, that movie is heavy, y'all. I'm telling you, it's pissing me off just sitting here thinking about it. Yeah, I want to watch it again. And man, listen here. Listen. That movie is heavy, y'all. You understand? Like, and it shows so much truth in it. Because there was a scene in the movie where a bomb went off in the neighborhood. And the sister was running outside screaming, panicking, like you hear the whole neighborhood going wild. And you hear the sister say, oh. That they don't even understand. And whoever said that was there.
Yeah.
That toast. Because she know exactly what it sounded like.
Right.
And it sounded like dynamite. A lot of it. Because that's what they used to blow up, to destroy Black Wall Street. You understand? They are merciless to the 12 tribes. So they don't deserve our mercy. You understand? Don't give them your mercy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give your people mercy. Give that level of mercy. Now, when it comes to them trying to, press up on us at camp, we can let them live. Let them live. That's why we are better than them.
Right.
Because in that aspect, we are merciful. Because the Lord is merciful. You understand? But in this aspect, The Lord is not merciful. You understand? He's telling us to show them no mercy. Don't be handing out, you know what I'm saying, coats to their kids, back then, you know what I'm saying? Don't be, I ain't gonna say that, but don't be trying to, help their churches, trying to partner with their organizations to help for their causes and things like that, having mercy on their causes. You understand? Don't do that.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
It says what?
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Neither shall you make marriages with them. That was another fatal mistake that the Osage Indians made. You understand? That was that proved to be a fatal mistake.
Right.
And guess what? Ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. And now actually after watching that movie, it really makes me wonder about the sisters that are married to devils now. It really makes me wonder, like, what's the motive for you marrying them? Like, why did you marry that sister? You understand? Because listen, man, Esau is the devil, man. He do homework. He do things like homework. He do things like look up how much property your family owns. Like they know stuff like that. They can find that kind of stuff out. You know what I'm saying? They might walk up to you out of the blue, like, man, send me that land you got over there. And Man, how you even know about that? Man, went down to the treasury office, man. You know what I'm saying? They know how to get that information. So they know things. They know all different types of things, just like what they're trying to do with that sister Josephine Wright down there in Hilton Head. They know how to use their slimy little ways to try to take your property, take your land, take your inheritance. You understand? So now it make me look bombastic side-eye at all these devils that marry a sister. You understand? Because what is in it for you? What is, you know what I mean? It's making me more suspicious now. Now I'm looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? What's in it for you, brother? Not brother, devil. So like it. You know what I'm saying? What's in it for you, devil? Why is you interested in dating our daughters? Why is you interested in dealing with a black woman? You understand? The black man, we should have a more jealousy over our women when it comes to these other nations. You understand? Just like how the Hispanic brother, I remember, listen, brother, I done loved 10 tribes since I was a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight up, bro. You know what I'm saying? With a broke leg, with a cast on my leg. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it almost makes me wonder, like, what's the motive behind these devils marrying our sisters? You know, it almost make you look at that. Ain't it a devil married to Eve, the rapper Eve?
I know that.
Is that a devil or a Puerto Rican, Palestinian, or African, or East Indian, or Arab? What is he? Probably East Indian. Who knows?
Ooh. Oh.
Is he an Edomite?
Yeah, he looked like Edomite. I
Maybe.
would say his name Maximilian Cooper.
Oh yeah, he is a devil. He is
He says and a fashion designer from the United Kingdom. He's a devil.
He's a what? He's a devil. He does. Maximilian. That's a devil. Hey, I ain't never met no brother named Maximilian. What's his name? Maximilian, right? Maximilian. That is a devil. He is a Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? It make you wonder, like, why is this devil marrying our sister? You understand? Because out here in, you know, Osage land, they done wiped out their whole tribe. You understand? Wiped out that whole tribe. And they was per capita. Matter of fact, I might have been wrong. Maybe it was maybe per capita in the country, but let me see. Osage. Okay, so it says they were one of the richest people per capita. They made up some of the world's wealthiest people. Hold on, man. Google this. Good night. Man, I gotta send you this article out. We gotta get this article out. So like y'all, I'm about to send it to you. Good night. There's an excerpt in here that we got to read.
Okay. Okay. You want to go and start it, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is an article called "A Different World Now." Osage discussed spotlight positive relationship between FBI and Native Americans. It reads: the special agent in charge of the FBI's Oklahoma City field office joined local Native American leaders and the author of a best-selling book about murders on the Osage Nation a century ago for a panel discussion about crime, greed, justice, and the relationship today between the Bureau of Oklahoma's many indigenous tribes. The discussion on October 17th at Oklahoma Christian University featured David Grain, author of Killers of the Flower Moon, the Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI, and the historical account of the so-called Reign of Terror in Oklahoma in the early 1920s.
Read that part again.
Let's say the Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI, a historical account of the so-called Reign of Terror in Oklahoma in the early 1920s.
They call this event the Reign of Terror. Listen, when you watch that movie, it's almost like this is how I felt watching that movie. I felt like I was watching a horror movie from the killer's perspective. That's how I felt watching that movie. Like, I'm like, damn, that dirty, grimy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you slime ball, you slippery. Like, man, I damn near don't even want a white doctor after watching that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, you know what I mean? Like that. That's how deep you got to see that movie. That's how deep the whole thing got. The doctors was in on it. The doctors was giving them the poison to give to their wives. And then they taking their wife to the doctor so the doctor can look at them and figure out what's wrong with them. Like, that's heavy. They called it the Reign of Terror. It was so many Native American women dying out here. Read on.
Okay. Tribal leaders, Jeffrey. Just like Jeffrey.
Sometimes it's spelled a little different.
Jeffrey Standing Beard, principal chief of the Osage Nation, the Governor Bill Anotobi of the Chickasaw Nation, along with the FBI's Edward Gray, joined the author in recounting a long string of murders in Osage County, and how the FBI got involved in the investigation.
Hold on, that was a specific part that I wanted to
It's
read.
one that's highlighted.
It's the one. Hold on.
It's, you want to read this part where it's highlighted?
Yeah, read the highlighted part.
At the time, Osage
Yeah, that's it.
territory
Yeah, that's it.
sat atop huge oil deposits, making enrolled members of the Osage Nation some of the world's wealthiest people per capita.
Capita.
Oh, sorry, capita. It's like
Read that again.
at the time, Osage territory sat atop huge oil deposits.
It said the Osage land, the territory that they lived in, sat on top of these huge, tremendous oil deposits. You understand? Read on.
Making enrolled members of the Osage Nation some of the world's wealthiest people per capita.
And what that means is just the average income per person. So like an average, like an average, 10,000. Say if each person making $10,000 a month is an average. You know what I mean? As a nation, they was one of the richest nations on the world. You understand? Read on. Per capita, they might not have had the same dollar amount as the Americans, but per person, their dollar amount was higher. Read on.
And a target for crime. Oh, a target for criminals.
Read that again.
And a target for criminals.
Read that again.
And a target for criminals.
And our oppressor is a what?
A target for criminals.
Our oppressor is a criminal. Right. What they did out there with these Osage Indians was criminal. What they did in Wounded Knee was criminal. What they did on Black Wall Street was criminal. What they do to blacks and Hispanics every day in America, in every neighborhood across the world, it's criminal. You understand? And that them having that money, that power, that oil, just attracted them like flies on a turd. You understand? Read on.
Unquestionably, greed was the driving force.
Read that again.
Unquestionably, greed was the driving force.
And guess the nationality of the people who was the ringleaders of this reign of terror. Guess what their nationality is? I want something a little more specific than just. Go ahead.
Was it Amalek?
Get his brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? It was Amalek, so-called Jewish man.
Hey.
The so-called Jewish man wants us to stand with him out over here while he dropping bombs on the Palestinians. He wants us to stand with him. Meanwhile, he was out here murdering Salakia. He was out here dispatching Native American women and stealing everything that they had. But they want us to stand up for them. They want Kanye West to apologize.
Right.
You understand? But yet, they was the ones who did this.
Right.
What about that Holocaust? Is that not a Holocaust? Why ain't nobody bringing that up? Ain't nobody said a word. They made a movie about it. And I'm surprised Martin Scorsese even put that in the film.
Right.
You understand? He put it in there. It was so-called Jewish man. Robert De Niro played a Jewish man. Leonardo DiCaprio played a Jewish man. And these Jewish men was murdering our brothers and sisters. They was murdering brothers and sisters. They was finding brothers sitting in their cars with their brains blown out. You understand? After they done took their wife and murdered her and married his second wife. After they took his first wife, they took his second wife and murdered her. just to get her inheritance. You understand? And then murder him to get his inheritance. You understand? Our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Man. And he don't deserve no mercy, man.
Right.
All right, go back to the scripture.
The beginning of verse 3.
Yeah, read verse 3.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
So we not supposed to make no marriage with them, man. Have we kept that law in Osage land? Some of our sisters may still live through that.
Right.
Still been able to retain their riches. You understand? The Lord gave us these laws for a reason. And they showed us why we should have kept that law.
Right.
You understand? And guess what? It's against their law to do it too. Akaz, am I making this up? It's not against the Jewish man law to marry outside of his race.
Right.
Is it not against Is it not against the so-called Jewish man's customs to marry outside his race?
Right.
But yeah, he was out here in Osage land, man. These Osage sisters. He was marrying them. You understand? He turned away from his God for greed.
Right.
You understand? Sure. That is his greed, murder. His God is murder.
Right.
You understand? So like it unaliving. So like I'm gonna get it down. So like read on.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
We should not give our daughters hand in marriage to their sons. We should not do it. I seen a video, so like I don't know if y'all remember, it was years ago. There was a sister that was talking to an Edomite. And this Edomite hung her in his bedroom. Y'all remember that? Do y'all recall this? I think he let her go, but he hung her like in the middle of the bedroom. He had Confederate flag on the back of the wall and everything. Y'all remember that? This happened years ago.
I don't remember that.
I forgot y'all young brothers. Y'all was like 12 years old when I came at you. But yeah, y'all didn't care about nothing but 2K and Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, read on.
Nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son.
And even our sons, we are not supposed to let them marry a woman of another nation.
Right.
You understand? And there's a reason for that. You understand? There's a reason. The Lord don't just tell you not to do something just for you not to do it, even though you should not do it just for that reason. It shouldn't matter why.
Right.
You understand? Like it's like your parents. You ask your parents to clean your room. Why? Fire! That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know the Lord is a black man.
Right.
Because that is some, excuse my language, that's some N-word stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I said so. But so you should do it for that purpose only.
Right.
Just because the Lord said to do it. Like, somebody asked me, well, why you don't eat bacon? Because the Lord said not to eat bacon. But why not? Bacon's so good. Like, because the Lord said not to do it. Well, the Lord said not to da-da-da-da. He said not to da-da-da-da. You gonna not do that either? Yeah, you damn right I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord said he don't want our children marrying their children. That's how you know that Martin Luther King was not sent by the Lord. He was not sent by the Lord. Martin Luther King, the dream he had was made up. He ain't even dreamed that. That was a lust. That's exactly what that was. You know what I'm saying? The Martin Luther King didn't dream that up. That didn't come from the Lord. That was an agenda. That was what he wanted. That because he was lusting after them white women. He wanted to be able to buy white prostitutes in the open.
Right.
That's what he wanted. He didn't want to have to, get his head bust for coming out the room with a white girl. That's what he wanted. He wanted to be able to sit down at the table with Miss Becky. Said word. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wanted. Back in them days, in some places, it was a crime. It was literally a crime I think they considered it rape. What was it? It was a boxer, famous boxer. I think his name was Jack Johnson. I think it was Jack. It was either Jack Johnson or it was Jack Johnson. I think Jack Johnson was married to an Edomite. And I think he had crossed the state line. And when he crossed the state line, he was arrested for rape. Because, he was married to the devil. But once you cross that state line, that marriage ain't what's the word? Recognized. Yeah. So now you just a rapist out here raping white women. You understand? That happened to Jack Johnson. You understand? We ain't supposed to marry out these other nations. You understand? Now let's get to why the Lord said don't do it. Read on.
Okay, verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They will do what?
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They will do what?
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
It says they will turn away thy sons from following the Lord. That did what? That brought thee out of the land of Egypt. You understand? The power. The word. This is what was so heavy to me. You know how you got the term superpowers? Got superpowers. You know what I'm saying? Like Superman got superpowers. He bulletproof. He can fly. He can shoot laser beams out his eye. You know what I'm saying? He got superpowers. Well, the Lord is the superpower of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like they use the term like America is a superpower. But there's nothing super about America. America is a power, but there's nothing supernatural about America. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the technology that can go into another dimension, fly over your country in that dimension, then pop back into this dimension and drop a bomb out, then jump back over into the fourth dimension. They can't do that. That's not super. They can't do nothing supernatural. So they are not a superpower. You understand? The Lord, however, is a superpower. Right. You understand? Because he made fire come down from the sky. You understand? He made he split the Red Sea. Can you imagine how wild that was to see that? Look at here. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how many brothers and sisters like, man, I ain't going through that. Yeah. I ain't doing like can you imagine like seeing that? Like bugs and stuff, that's you can almost imagine seeing that. Like that almost seems like there's a logical explanation for this. Right. Your baby died, all right, all the babies dead, all right, that might be a logical explanation for this. Maybe it's some type of lung infection, firstborn's disease, maybe. But to see the sea split open, you know what I'm saying? You see walls of water on both sides, and it's just standing there. But it was like special effects out of movie, dog. You know what I'm saying? Well, how that's happening? You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine seeing that? You understand? And then to see all that just for your daughter to worship another God. Just for your son to worship another God. Right. Just for your son to go and chase around white women and go, next thing you know, he eating bacon wrapped pork sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? With a whole lot of mayonnaise and raisins in his potato salad. You know what I'm saying? Wearing Abercrombie and Fitch. You know what I'm saying? Read on. Verse
4 is like,
yeah.
that they may serve other gods.
That they may serve other gods. What's the other god we was just talking about? One, Janus, serving other gods, celebrating Janus. You know what I'm saying? Serving other gods, worshiping Santa Claus, worshiping white Jesus, worshiping Buddha, worshiping a rock in the middle of the desert. You know what I'm saying? How you worship a god that, you know what I'm saying, that a bomb can destroy? You can drop a bomb on Mecca, that you ain't gonna find that rock. You know what I'm saying? That rock gonna be up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You blow up Buddha. What, you know what I'm saying? That Buddha gonna turn into gravel. You know what I'm saying? Go blow up the Lord. See what happens. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how that turned out. You know what I'm saying? Go try to blow up the Lord. Matter of fact, you know, if Esau, if you watching this, man, go ahead and try to blow up the Lord, man. Just see what happens. Go ahead and push the button. Go ahead and try it, man. You know what I'm saying?
See something in the atmosphere.
Yeah, just go ahead and launch something up there, man. See what happens, man. Go ahead and just hit the button, man. Y'all know y'all want to do it. You know what I'm saying? They itching for war right now so bad. They itching so bad for it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them devils predicting civil war. They saying it might be this year. They saying if Donald Trump don't become president, we're going to war. If he do become president, we're going to war. Like, all right, no sweat. We'll see. Because they've been talking that jazz for years and they ain't hit the button yet. You know what I'm saying? Read on. That's all of verse 4.
Lies, so this one more.
Go ahead.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
Read that again.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Now that right there is heavy. You understand? That's why it's mindful to do what the Lord say to do. You understand? Because the Christian church got the Lord effed up. You know what I'm saying? They got the Lord effed up. Because they think the Lord just going to let you do what you want to do, and you think he ain't going to come see about you. The Lord comes see about you. Right. You understand? That's the difference between him and Buddha. Right. Go ahead.
The thing about it is he don't always have to come see about you. He'll come see about your family.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He know how to get you. He know how to get your attention.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like an op trying to run out the city. You run out the city, all you want, the mama.
He might, yeah.
And
that's the thing. Like the Lord, he don't think like we think. Right. You know what I'm saying? You trying to hide from the Lord, and the Lord get your baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get your mama now. You know what I'm saying? It's mindful to have the Lord on your side. Because if you have the Lord on your side, what do we establish? If we have the Lord on our side, we're going to be set on high above every nation on the earth. You understand? But when we turn from the Lord, his anger is kindled against us. You understand? His anger is kindled against us. You understand? And the Lord will destroy us suddenly for not keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. And with that, pass the class over to Preaching Officer.
Get that priest brought from the hand, man. I'll read the Isupk security announcements. This is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk start on the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When the new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, a brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. We can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Pre-war offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. This is the Feast of Purim. This is the 14th day of the 15th day of the 12th month. Thursday the 22nd February and Friday the 23rd of February 2024. You can find this in Esther chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school. Start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, shalom.